Dudes, how you doing? Just an informal video to follow up from the post to say we hit the milestone of 300 patrons, which, like I said in the post, is a much more important milestone than the 100,000 subscribers, to me anyway, because the patron represents me being able to do YouTube as a, as a full-time thing now, and without it, that's nowhere near viable. So your support makes all of this possible. So thank you very much once again. Thank you. You will hear me trying to thank you as often as I can, because you cannot say it enough, and it's a good thing to say. It makes me feel good. It sounds a bit cheesy, but it's true. What's going on, guys? Well, I had a good sort out the other day to all my kind of core products. Look, I've actually freed up a shelf because I think I need to sort of clear this out, because I don't really want anything over here. So I need a little bit more space here. And it's ridiculous having three racks with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15 shelves of detailing products via that one, which is half, grease and, WD-40 and fence coating and stuff. The rest of it's detailing stuff. It's getting ridiculous. And that's not even including all these drawers. And then I've got another one over here. And I've got cupboards full of stuff. It's a bit silly, isn't it? I know I've got the channel, but ridiculous. So I've got to scale it down. So this is kind of like an idea of what I'm using. And here's all my kind of wash stuff. So you've got my APC there, Surfex, my pre-wash auto foam, and my main wash stuff there, which is auto wash and Atom Mac. And I've got a couple here that I keep back, which are great. The BD Blitz one is a great shampoo, so might as well use it. And the Mystic Bubble one. A lot of interest, wasn't there, over this kind of pre-washing stuff and, Wax Planet 8 Below versus auto foam. One thing I didn't think of is this is really old, this one. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but there's been a couple of times where I've washed with Built Amber and I've had some left, it's got a bit of water mixed in it and I've tipped it back in there, or I didn't swill this quite enough. But that Built Amber didn't quite perform as well as it did the last time I did that dirt sim test. And I've got another one there, like an unopened one that's newer, and so that's years old as well. So maybe it's lost a little bit of poke. Don't know, but I can't be bothered to test it again, because it's like some people want to know, which one's the best, John? Which one's the best? Well, the thing is, they're both strong alkaline cleaners. They both work. One's high foaming, one isn't. And you can jack up, or you can ramp up auto foam to a much higher concentration and use it. So I'm going to carry on using auto foam. I think they're probably just about neck and neck, pound for pound on cleaning power. So it doesn't really matter to me, but I might buy 5 litres of Wax Planet just to change things up every now and then, you know what I mean? Ironically, I'm going to buy myself another litre of Koch Green Star and probably use that with GSF, because when I did that best snow foam video, someone raised a good question saying that GSF is designed to be mild, it's not designed. The problem with my snow foam test, best of video, is like no mild pH neutral product is ever going to be able to win it. So someone was saying you should really compare pH neutrals in one test, strong alkalines in another, even acidic pre-washes, if they exist, in another. Yes, but the problem is all the results are going to be very similar, and basically you're just going to go with the one that offers you the best value. So it does make a more interesting product, having this different field of products that give you different results. And in the videos I try and explain that the pH neutral ones, by design are milder. So Turtle Wax, Maguire's, Koch will have stronger cleaners, but I've explained it. So there are, with any test that you do, there are shortcomings, and sometimes you have to just accept those shortcomings and sort of move on, So what else is going on here, guys? Well, this is my row of everything that I've got to test up. I've just put the abrasives down there as well. I don't need all of those abrasives, like, just ridiculous, and I tend to use Koch are the abrasives that I recommend to people. So that's all I need. I don't need tons of it. So I'll keep them down there. Maybe if we ever do some abrasive testing again, I might use them so we can do some other comparisons. But we're recovering old ground. I've done the best cutting compound. I've done the best finishing polish. Yes, one stage is I should probably look to do that. Just give me an idea. I probably need to crack on with that. So many videos I need to crack on with. I want to do tyre dressing soon. I want to do sealants soon. I want to do some other stuff with ceramics that's coming. Waterless washes. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough interest in that, or if I can do enough testing to really separate them. What have we got? We got Maguire's. We got the Turtle Wax. Oh, sugar. We got an Adams ceramic waterless wash. I've got the Turtle Wax 3-in-1 detailer, which is like a waterless wash over there. I've looked at both of these two products. I haven't used the Adams one yet. But so far, I'd give it to the Maguire's. It's just a little bit better than this product here. I don't know if that one over there is any better, their new ceramic one. Nothing majorly wrong with this. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than the Maguire's. The Maguire's one is ridiculously expensive, but I thought it was a slightly better product. Less streaking, less marks, especially on like kind of bits of trim and stuff like that. But anyway, we will also probably do like a strip wash comparison. So I'm just creating a little space here to build up the strip washes. I've got Marios's Garage Therapy here, which, you know, I don't know. I've never really compared them. I was about to say this might be the front runner because I know it's powerful, but I don't know what the other strip washes are like. We'll have this Maguire's one in that test, even though it's strictly speaking it's not a strip wash, but it's made a name for itself now as a strip wash because of its abrasive function. It does strip, but it strips. It'd be interesting to have it in there, but it's a different type of product. I need to move on with these detail spray tests at some point. Glass sealants I've got there. Might be doing some videos on glass sealants. I've got this trim max I've had for ages. Could maybe compare that to solution finish at some point, see if it's any good. Be doing well to beat solution finish. Tyre dressings. Ceramic shampoos. We got the Adams ceramic wash and coat. Mystic Systems ceramic shampoo. And I haven't, which is bad. I need to get my proverbial behind in gear with these Turtle Wax products. I haven't reviewed them all. I should have really got it all done now. There's no obligation from Turtle Wax to do it. In fact, I didn't have to review any of them. But I want to, just as a way to say thank you. And they're cool, you know, they're cool products, especially this hybrid solution stuff. You know, it's some of the Turtle Wax products, the green bottle stuff is very cheap. You know, it's on sale sometimes in Halfords, and you know, it's cheap, but some of it's decent. I've still use those little rattle can things that I think is that foaming interior cleaner, which I think is a really good product. And this is like meant to be a step up. And I think so far from what I've seen with these like liquid products, they're really, really good. I've used this a few times as well. I'll hold fire on telling you what I think about that. But I think Turtle Wax are like the kings of the liquid spray wax products, aren't they? They seem to be able to sell you these products like this thing here. You know, they're selling you these products in the UK for not a lot of money, and they last forever. And people are raving about them because they're using them. They're nice to work with. They're dirt cheap, and they're there to provide protection. They last longer than all the competition, and that's it. That's it. So you know, you could say to me, give me any product, right? Any product, any wax or whatever, and I'll put it up against a £3.50 product, that it will outlast it. That's quite impressive, no matter what you say, isn't it? So Turtle Wax's problem now is I've not got to convince you, but they've released this new line of products that they're not giving away. It's supposed to be premium. If ever a product deserved the premium price tag, it's these. But the irony is, like I say, the price tag isn't really premium. It's just normal. It's 18 quid or whatever it is for a ceramic spray. Well, that's just normal. And that's what CarPro charge. That's what Geon charge. It's what Maguire's charge. And I think Turtle Wax are entitled to charge the products at that price point because their products seem to outperform, especially these liquid spray waxes, what else is on the market. So don't give them away, is what I would do anyway. They know more about all of this than I do. So there's lots going on now. I've got some other little bits and pieces here. Because my mind is struggling. James, I was going to say Jason. James from County Detailing. I ordered the light off him. He chucked in a load of free product, which is really nice. I've been meaning to try this one for ages. Prism Hybrid Ceramic Wax. And before you say it, Autoglanz had this out before the Maguire's product. So they didn't copy Maguire's on the name. Hybrid Ceramic Wax, love that. So we'll get round to testing that. Might just do an individual video on it because I've done so many silica spray comparisons. I don't want to go back there again. Although we could grab another 4 and do that again. But I've got so many of those big tests to do. Like I was saying, I wasn't whinging too much in that other video, but you can see what I'm saying, can't you? That the big videos that I do have been outperformed by potato can videos that are just take no effort at all. So you have to take note of that as a YouTuber. So really, I should be doing more informal videos that seem to be more popular, and then mix it up every now and then, a few times a year, do the big tests, and then maybe look at what I've done and say, well, these videos that are really in depth, you need to figure out a way of making them more interesting. Put the work in, do the edits, but also try and make them more viewable. I don't know what I have to do that. Less talking, more music, even faster flow, more clickbaity title. You know, can you clickbait the title more? You know, I tend to just call it the best snow foam because that's kind of a summary of what we're doing and people understand. But is there any way I can make that more entertaining, that title? You know, I can't think of any. I don't know. Just thinking aloud. I need to get these. Ideally, what I want to do next is get these 3 shelves down to 2, because this is ridiculous as well, isn't it? Bloody ridiculous. How many shelves of stuff, detailing stuff. And I need to have this gone. And I need to have these cupboards back to a sensible kind of level. I try and put all the stuff once I've tested it, and I'm sort of done with it. I don't need to test it again. I understand it. I've put information out on the channel. I'm done with it. That's the stuff that I'm going to give away to kind of patrons and stuff like that. So I put all that stuff in there, and we'll be doing giveaways. Speaking of which, there's the giveaway that I'm going to be sending out to Ryan. I'm just going to leave it there for a couple more days so if there's any viruses in there, you know, they'll be dead. It'll be a 48-hour thing as well. So as well as waiting 3 or 4 days, it'll be another couple of days on top of that. So it'll be like a week. So there can't be any viruses in there. I think it's just a responsible thing to do, isn't it? And Jesus, yeah, we need to be responsible this time. What's going on with the COVID thing? Boris Johnson in hospital. That's a really scary thing, isn't it? It's a really scary thing. You know, I never talk about politics on the channel, but I quite like Boris Johnson, always have done. He seems like a guy that if you met, he would be like he is on camera to you. He'd be like a reasonable guy that you could talk to. Some of the other guys, when they talk, the other politicians, they're in political presentation mode, whereas I think he'd be the same all the time, and he seems like a nice guy. So, you know, we wish him good luck over the next few days, and you hope he'll be fine. And we hope, I suppose we're all hoping, that the number of cases going into the hospital starts dropping. And also, but that figure is, you know, there's that figure, but there's also the death rate, isn't there? You want both to kind of drop in my simple mind. Although my mind is thinking that, is everyone in the population going to get this virus at some point? So it has to kind of, we all have to get it, really. It's just a case of how quickly and if we can get the numbers of it down. But the thing is, I think I'm sort of trying to think, if you take the social isolation away, it's just going to speed up the amount of infections again. So I don't know. Part of me thinks, from what I've seen as well, guys, and don't take this the wrong way. Whatever I think isn't you know, it's just my thoughts. But when I've been out to get food and stuff like that, the amount of people, especially when the weather's nice, that are out exercising is, I know, don't get me wrong, I've taken my daughter for a walk as well, so I've been one of those people, but it just seems, the other day there was just loads of people out exercising. It was almost like a normal day when I was driving out, and that eeriness and quietness had kind of gone. And my missus went and did shopping as well and said that the front of where I live was getting quite busy with people walking there, and it was almost like a feeling that it was going back to normal and that sort of stuff. You think, I almost would want the government to be tougher and just say, guys, stay in. But I know a lot of people that will upset them. That's just my opinion. I think this is serious enough that it might just, a week of just full lockdown, and you exercise in your flat, even if that means doing sit-ups, push-ups, whatever, for a week. If it helps really lower the amount of infections, that just seems like a good idea to me. But I know not everyone's going to agree. There's a lot of people very scared with this thing. So there's all sorts of opinions, isn't there, flying around out there. But who knows? Who knows? All we all want is for this to fade away and for life to go back to normal as quickly as possible, I think. But I think the country seems to be taking it very seriously. I'm also, at this moment in time, I know I'm also reasonably kind of happy with how our government seem to be dealing with it. You know, it's so easy to criticise, isn't it? And sometimes you can be listening to the news or someone that likes to criticise, and you can hear what they say, and it's very, you can almost take it on board and say, yeah, they're right. I just think this is one of those situations where, you know, I think we're just doing our best, and even if there were failings, you know, I think everyone's just trying to do their best. So I think you've got to be as kind of supportive as you can. So that's where I'm at, guys. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to do a video on the Blue Peril, which is filthy. I'm just going to give it a good wash down and bring it in and show you the challenges that that I face with the paintwork on that car. And we're probably going to do some rattle can repairs on it. I don't know if I've got any clear. I don't really want to go out and get some. I'll probably order some online just to patch up some of the snake skin where it's peeling off. So we might do some of that. But I'll also be doing some mechanical stuff on it that I'll be filming as well. We'll be changing out the coolant and fitting some of these bloody parts that have been sitting there for donkey's years. Just to repair most of the damage that I've done to the car. That's it really, guys. Stay safe, take care, and while you're still here, so this is kind of like the products that I've tend to keep and use now. So I mentioned these are basically my wash. My wash is all built Hamber, and then up on this shelf it's all decon. My decon, what's missing? There's something missing there. What goes there? Oh, that's my fallout remover. So I basically will use, I've just got some leftover auto wheels, but I'll just have Corosol normally sitting here, and I'll get 5 litres of it. And then TARDIS is a good tar and glue remover. I've got some Geon water spot remover that might be coming handy, so kept that. I've got all my different clays. Typically I'll stick with built Hamber clay. Stiffer, built Hamber clay is stiff. The aggressive clay is a bit of a pain, especially in winter, to form. But once you've got your pucks, it's really good. If you ever test side-by-side built Hamber with other clays, it will pull off more contamination, in my opinion. And if you want to test that, get yourself a rattle can and put red overspray on a test panel, black panel. Leave it there for a week or whatever. Come back and clay it off with built Hamber, and then your favourite other clay bar. See which one pulls the overspray off more. Built Hamber will. I'll tell you that now because I've tested it. So it's not all about how nice it is. It's more about how effective it is at pulling off contamination for me. Although I am agnostic. There's some other good clay bars. I'm telling you now, I don't have this Owl's clay from It's been sitting there for donkey's years, that has. I tend to use the cloth. Where's the bloody cloth? There, drying. I tend to use that cloth because it's so quick. But Al's clay from AM Details is great. And Imran's from Into Detailing, his clay bar is the cheapest on the market, but it may well be one of the highest qualities. If you feel it. Some clays have got like sticky, you can see them weeping a little bit of like, it's this kind of shiny, sticky stuff. And Imran's clay bars feel completely smooth, like clay, and dry, but really, really nice quality. And they are the cheapest. I think they're about £8 for 200ml bars. Check out his clay, honestly, brilliant. It's not Chinese either. It comes from the Far East, but some other country. So it's good stuff. If we look over here, these are all the products that I tend to keep. Excuse me. Cough's definitely getting better, guys. That's the first one I've done in 20 minutes of talking. I probably would be coughing my guts out a couple of weeks ago, so it's getting there. Now, that's auto QD and built hammer double speed. I could really just have those and then empty the rest of the shelf. But I like to have a few more protection products. I keep the high temperature paste wax. It's useful for wheels, exhausts. I keep Moonlight. This I keep because that is absolute liquid dynamite. Probably the best silica spray I've used, but not the cheapest. So it might not win the competition, but it's the one I'm keeping. I'll always keep some Wet Coat. I need to test this. I've not used it yet. If this is as good as Wet Coat, you know, I might switch over to that. It doesn't really bother me. Carpro Elixir I love. Love this product. Does everything. Does everything. Now it's got waterless wash tech in it, so it's not gonna, you know, it's gonna be less scratchy. Hopefully it feels nice and silky smooth. Feels amazing. Looks good when you put it on the car. Gives it a fresh dress look. It's also a bead monster. Just does everything. Great. It's got SiO2 in it as well, so it ticks the ceramic box. Brilliant product. Again, it came last in my video of the detail spray shootouts, and it's now my favourite kind of SiO2 detail spray, if you like. FSE, you know all about that. Pearl, solution finish, O&R. Down here, just got Adams Glaze, Adams Hand Polish, Black Hole, Maguire's 3-in-1 Wax. These are products that you just put on the car and you know, work them over the car, give it a buff, and they'll gloss up your car. That's it. And products like that are always useful. Metal polish. This auto sole isn't a good one. Or I have to be careful here. Even on this channel, that's not fair. I've done a test on Mega Tests, and the one I want to go and buy is White Diamond, because I saw the difference. So I don't know if auto sole is bad or good, but compared to White Diamond, that performed amazingly. And you get a big bottle of it, so I'll probably go and buy some of this. This is the one everyone buys because you can pick up a little tube in Halfords. It kind of works. All my Kochi abrasives there. Loads of ceramics in there. These sprays, man, these sprays are really good. Designer fragrances, really good, really powerful. Enzyme odorator, and then just all my buckets and brushes and stuff like that. I've got tons of brushes up there. That's all my leather interior stuff. Some glass cleaning stuff there. Although I can happily clean my glass nowadays with my little panel wipe. You know, water, IPA, and some bit of Surfex HD mixed in. That does a good enough job on glass for me, I think. So there we go. Just touching bases. I find it quite therapeutic, kind of going around the garage and organising stuff. But there's so many products in here, it's ridiculous. I tell you another thing as well. I need to get back on board with this is my wax making cupboard, really. So that's devoted to wax making. Maybe I should do a few brews, although my lungs at the moment won't appreciate it. So yeah, maybe we'll do some more wax making. I'll make a pot of wax and send it out to one of you guys to say thank you. How about that? Okay, maybe I'll make a SiO2 wax. That'll be good. That'll be good. I just put, I'll put a bit of ceramic pottery in it there, so I can call it SiO2. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.